Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And please help me welcome my amazing co-host for episode 156 of Messages for Lightworkers. Yay!
Oh, yay. I can't believe it's been 156 episodes, and
I know.
we just keep getting more and more profound information coming through.
Yes.
It's an exciting time to be doing Messages for Lightworkers, and I'm glad we started this journey.
Yes.
How long ago would 156 episodes be? A long time.
Yeah, well,
years or I don't even know.
Almost 3 years when you consider
Almost
the
3 years.
52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
So 2 years would be 104.
Yeah.
So 156, it's like we're coming up on 3 years.
I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. And it's funny how the messages have
Yes.
They cycle through, but then they ramp up and talk about what, like today. Everyone get ready. Today is a big day for information.
Yes.
From both Marina's guides and my guides, for all of you. These messages are profound, and it fits the timing of what we're going through here so beautifully. It addresses it all. And so, yeah.
And Dibs says 3 years exactly. Yes.
I mean,
52, 54, 56, sometimes 5. Oh my gosh. Hey, Val, happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Marina. I mean, it's quite amazing. Yeah, that's a long time, actually.
Yeah. From a conversation that happened after a show to everything just falling into place, like the angels sang and the universe said,
it all came together. It was like we didn't have to orchestrate anything. It orchestrated itself. It was already in the works prior to. I told Marina, I remembered as a little kid hearing the name Marina. I couldn't have been more than 6 years old, or no, maybe I was more like 9 or 10. Yeah, and I heard the name Marina, and suddenly it was like I paid attention to that name, and I kept going over in my mind that name, and I never knew another Marina the rest of my life till now.
Yes.
So when that happens, that's usually going to be someone significant in your life. If you're having an experience where something comes into your awareness, in a greater sense that you're working in this lifetime with somebody named Marina.
Exactly.
For instance.
Exactly. And I'm sure that most of you know the story of how this happened, how it came to be. Yeah. But I think some of you are new, or you haven't heard the story before. So we can take a couple minutes and share it with you, because it was so profound. Yeah. Val and I had both appeared on Scott's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing political reads, and it was a lot of fun. And so I think either Val asked me to come on her channel, or I asked her to come on mine. Yeah. That part, I'm not sure.
I don't even know either.
Yeah. So we did a show, and after the show, we were talking backstage about different things. And Val mentioned Lightworkers. And a little bell went off inside my head, and I heard a voice that said, if she mentions it one more time, you better tell her. I thought, okay, well, I don't want to steer the conversation to make her say it. It has to come out naturally. So we're talking again about, this, that, and the other. And she mentioned it again. She said, Lightworkers. And I said, okay, got to share this with you. But I'm a light worker. I belong to a light worker group here in Calgary, and we meet regularly, and this is what we do, and so on. And Val said, uh, "I I have a thumbnail. I don't know why I made the thumbnail, but." So yeah, you take it from there.
I was sitting in Canva and I'm making this thumbnail up. And it's got angelic energy, blah, blah, blah. And it's messages for light workers. I go, why am I making this up? I'm just playing and creating, and I made this whole thumbnail up, and I go, I love the thumbnail, but why am I making this up? Then boom, I have the show with Marina. Boom, we talk about light, and I'm like, oh, that's why I have the thumbnail already for the show.
Yes, boom. And then, we put the show together. We never, ever discuss what messages we get until we meet backstage a few minutes before the show starts. And it's generally, how you doing? How's this? How's that? Okay, what'd you get? And Spirit has yet to fail us in the messages that it delivers, how timely they are, how profound they are. And today is no exception.
And I like Dibs BK says, if you build it, they will come. Yes. I mean, this is how weird I am. My spiritual creativity comes through in designing the container for something, and then the filler comes in later. So I did the thumbnail, and then the show ended up coming out of thin air. And this is how I seem to do things. Just like I'm writing a book, and I did just finish the cover of the book because the cover is the container. And suddenly I'm very nearly, I'm getting toward the end of being able to publish the book, but that way of creating it's kind of interesting. I realize I did that again on Messages for Lightworkers. The container was created, so build it and they will come. It's just like I'll put something on my website about a class. I won't have developed the class yet, but somehow it'll make itself created somehow.
Yes.
So build it and they will come is really true in that way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I say it doesn't, some people are more methodical, but I'm so out there higgly-piggly that's the way to bring the concrete thing in, to ground it in, is to make the container for something like the end of the back side of the book or front side, for anything, for a show, for whatever you're doing. So that's just an interesting way that we create and bring things into, crystallize it into reality. And that thumbnail just boom, crystallized it in.
Totally.
Oh, it made it so much sense why that was created.
Yes.
It was solid proof to me that Spirit was working behind the scenes to get us together to do this, that you got the prompting about light workers, that was not something.
Yeah.
And how would you know I created the Messages for Lightworkers?
Exactly.
You didn't know.
Yeah. So no, I'm always amazed. Yeah. So thank you for those of you that have joined us. Thank you very much for being here, for spending time with us. We both appreciate it a lot. I'm just quickly going to say hello to artist Liz, Jackie Jan, Lori from Texas, Dibs, of course, Creative Chick Studios, T-Rex Granny, Tapioca Theory, hello Karen, Tea Garden Chicken, hello Teresa, Debbie Smith, and Phil, hello Phil. Scrolling up, Lois, hello Lois. And I did say hello to artist Liz and Nancy J. Detweiler. Hello, Nancy. And I think that is all for the ones who have said hello. There's some of you that are sitting back. You're not saying anything. You're just observing. That's okay. That's okay. You're more than allowed to do that. And whatever messages that you that come to you, that you hear, whatnot, take them for what they're worth. And Dib says, yeah, YouTube doesn't call you influencers for nothing.
Yeah, see? Well,
Yes.
well, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, let's just, but the universe created
Yeah.
us to be in situations where, in some ways, we're triggering that something within you
Yes.
to not put too fine a point on. We advertise for things, yeah, we do in a way, because we're advertising for you to connect more with your spiritual self. In a way, you could say it like that.
Exactly.
But that's just how it is.
Exactly. Exactly. So speaking of advertising, what have you got happening on your channel that the lovely folks need to know about?
Okay, so on my channel, actually, I don't really have anything except, not actually on my channel, the Cool Crone that we're all doing tomorrow at 4 p.m. But also there's a 3:30 p.m. Saturday Val and Arthur Zoom event where you can sign up. There's still 2 spaces available. You can sign up for that at dragonflycrystals.store. And also look into attending our March live event, which has 2 slots available too. You can sign up there on my website. And, it is a good time for you to go ahead and decide what you're going to bring in for 2026. And when you do that, look at Marina's classes and her readings. My classes and readings, they go hand in hand. It's all that part of your journey. You're going to want to do all those things, because what that does is create a foundation for you going forward to say, I'm stepping into my power. I'm going to bring this. I'm going to bring it. I am being it. I'm not just going to think about can I, should I, would I. You're going to do it.
Yes.
That is the first step. So I'm back to you, Marina.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm part of the Cool Crone thing tomorrow, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Okay, then.
You're with me there.
On my calendar. So yes, I'll be in the Cool Crone tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
So, and yes, I do agree with Val. Now is a good time to look forward, to start the new year. Don't make a list of things that what you're going to do. You've done that years and years and years. And what happens is about the end of the first week in January, you go, oh yeah, no, never mind, forget it. Okay. Yeah. So don't do that. Just do it. Just do it.
Don't go up here.
Yes.
Don't go to this and talk yourself out of something, or think you don't have enough time, or think blah, blah, blah. No, just do it from your heart's calling. Because this and this may not be in coherence and talking to each other. So go from your heart. Yeah.
Exactly. Just decide that 2026 is going to be the year that you're going to challenge yourself, that you're going to look at some of the things that are a little fearful in your life, and you're not going to be scared. You're going to look at them and say, ha, fear, get behind me. Get behind me. This is I'm putting things in my spiritual tool chest, and that it's an investment in yourself. So by all means, you can go to my my webpage, which is marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. Look at booking yourself a reading. Look at the classes that are available and see what speaks to you and sign up for that. think about not only on um, on my webpage, but on Val's as well, gifting someone
Yeah.
with either a reading or a class.
Or join a membership, or even gift a membership
Yeah.
to someone. I mean, whatever it is that you feel called to do, there are so many offerings out there where you can really get in this communion energy.
Yes.
And like in the memberships, like Marina's membership on her website, not just on her YouTube channel, but on her website, that membership is a sacred circle that gathers, and you are in that communion, in that energy, growing and shifting. Same with my memberships on my not on my channel, but on my website. So do this for yourself. If you want to gift a membership to someone, use the gift card and say, this is, use this for the membership, whatever, however you want to do it. But just so you know, it is a recurring charge that you will be notified. It's going to charge your card every month when you join a membership. But this is supportive of all the energy and the work that we do and what we bring forward for you. And when we connect with you on Zoom and are sharing energy, sometimes it's an hour or 2 hours worth of information you're getting to sit in the energy with everyone. And in that sacred container, so much is happening. Activations, shifts, recalibrations, because the guides and angels all come in. Just so you realize everything is more than just the words that you're hearing.
Exactly. And speaking of hearing, as preparing for the show, and I was, as usual, okay, what do you want to talk about? What do you want me to focus on? And as I sat down, I went to the Neptune moon deck, which is it's a new deck. I've used it not that often, but it's because it is more cosmic and so on. It's not a deck that I can use for readings and so on. So I thought, okay, that's absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So what is it that we need to talk about? And what I got was peace. Be at peace.
Yes.
Everything is going to work out. Just be at peace.
Exactly.
And so I started pulling cards. And the first card that I got was Cosmic Gears, the Great Reset. Okay. I then got Serpent's Reap. And the message is guarded from the unready.
Wow. So profound.
I know.
So profound.
Cosmic Law, balance, fairness, and justice. And the last card that I got was Polar Duality, opposites finding balance.
I mean, you can't make that stuff up, folks.
Yeah. So
it's so profound.
It was just like absolute confirmation that we are protected. The work that we're doing, each and every one of us, whether you realize you're working for the greater good, you absolutely are. Your energy is contributing to everyone else's good energy, and it's like a rising tide lifts all boats. We're bringing everyone up.
Exactly.
And believe in that the cosmic law, in the justice, the fairness. That's the kind of world that we want to be in, right?
Yes.
We're protected, and we are at the point in humanity where we're looking to make that reset, where a lot of people are sitting back going, you know what? We've been doing the same thing the same way for so many hundreds and thousands of years. Are we getting ahead? Or do we need to reevaluate. And that's kind of the feeling that I got from that was, we're doing the right thing. We're doing the right thing.
Exactly.
And then Val got cards that gave me full body shivers.
They are, it goes hand in hand with everything that you're saying, actually. But those cards you pulled gave me full body shivers. They were the perfect cards for this timing, and it talks about it specifically. The whole thing, all the way to the duality, finding balance. I mean, the cosmic reset, folks.
Yes.
So, yeah, my what I heard was communion, and communion, in the way that I understand it, it can be in the internal sense of that communion and oneness, but there's also that communion with all life, that communion with you, your community, your world, your everything that you have in your awareness. So, as I looked into that, and I really did not look into it very much because I didn't have time, but what the card said is it is about transmutation. So we are really transforming ourselves in this timing for that inner communion and outer communion, duality, balance, reset. Shadow work is how we're getting there. This is all dissolving. This is happening now. And I believe like even 3i Atlas and our astrological alignments are helping facilitate this kind of shift going on. And of course I pulled the soul because this is what we're really now allowing ourselves to shine out, to be, that the illusion is lifting, the shadow is lifting. Because you know what? You're not here to be perfect.
No.
You can have whatever little triggers and shadow stuff show up. That's okay. You're still this divine light. Don't let that take you down or take you down some rabbit hole or any of that stuff. You're this divine energy that is projecting down into this vehicle. Don't let that just go, oh, okay. Don't let it bother you. And then I pulled 3 more cards. So this is about clarity. So trusting yourself in the universe to make necessary changes to achieve your goals. You'll gain clarity about your life's purpose. And this is what happens when you go into communion. It's about evolution. You are evolving spiritually and emotionally, moving toward greater wisdom and understanding. That's already within you. It's just, now it's revealed. So the clarity reveals your evolution. 3rd card, letting go. Surrender and let go of control. Release resistance and trust that the flow of life. That is knowing that everything that is unfolding is in divine timing and for your highest good. So don't judge anything that comes into your, oh man, why did that have to happen? Thank you for letting that happen. And there'll be a golden side to it showing up. Just say thank you. Be in that flow, not in that steering of your life. Like you have to be no, just breathe and let it happen. Do things from your heart. And it'll all work out, and you'll see that being in the allowance, being in the flow is communion with your higher self, with your beautiful light, and with all that is around you, because everything is you. So in that communion,
Teresa, remembering. Yes,
it's remembering. It's all about just remembering who you are and not seeing through any illusion or density. Remember, that is the mechanism of 3D Earth School. Even if you have shadow and you have 3D and you go, just be the observer and go, oh, okay. And go about your business being your divine self, because it doesn't mean it goes away. It just means that you are not identifying with it in the same way. It's not going to speak to you as to it being you? No.
Yeah.
You're going to go about your business being your beautiful self. And you do not have to be perfect. So
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. When you mentioned soul, at the end of the day, that's the essence of who we truly are.
truly
Is
are.
our soul. This is just, it's a physical manifestation of
Yes,
that soul.
correct.
And it changes from lifetime to lifetime.
Yeah.
It can change in the same lifetime. It's the soul that carries on. It's the soul that is tied to everything and everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the part that we honor.
Absolutely.
Yes, Garnet. Surrender to the void. Float downstream.
Right, right. So a few other things I wanted to mention, though, because I did Google. I can't help myself.
Surprise.
It's just that to remember that, yeah, everyone around you, the oceans, the trees, the mountains, the beauty of everything, that's within you as well. So connect to all of that. Connect to everyone around you in that way. And, begin living in that harmony. So that is that beautiful observational place where duality comes together in imbalance. And use your breath to help you ground and center, because and open your heart, because it is a cosmic receiver. Those are important signs. And how do you know when you're in communion? Time slows or disappears. You'll feel expanded, timeless, and you'll feel a quiet bliss where you're kind of excited about life, and great things are coming. Your thoughts drop away, so you don't have that busy monkey mind. You feel connected to everything.
Yes.
You feel those divine synchronicities and things. So insight arrives from within every cell of your body. Insight can arrive within every cell of your body. There's a sense of being witnessed by something loving. And your breath deepens naturally, so you don't have that shallow breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So the boundary between self and others blurs. So those are some important things to remember, to say, oh, man, I'm in communion.
Exactly. Exactly. And there's one of the things that we mentioned about floating downstream.
Yes. Anytime
that we in the 3D world have decided that we need to control things.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, and there's only one way to do it, and that's my way. And you get stubborn and you dig your heels in. That energy doesn't serve you, because it doesn't feel good.
No.
Right? It's an energy that fights against things, and it actually makes things more difficult than they need to be. When you decide that, you know what, I just, and it's usually when you get to that low point that, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I give up. I give up.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden things start to get better.
It's really true. Why does that happen when you give up and all of a sudden it all resolves itself without you efforting? Why does it work that way?
Yeah,
I mean, have you ever noticed that when you're right at the very edge and you just finally say, I totally give up. I'm, whatever. And it all resolves itself.
Yeah. It's like, okay, fine, spirit. I've insisted on having it my way, and it hasn't worked out so well. So you take the wheel. You decide.
Yes, exactly.
You're so smart. You handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then sit back and just enjoy. So,
you know what? It's really, it works that way, that when you're not gripping, like you have to grip everything and steer your ship.
Yes.
The little I, let the big I am, just let it flow. No gripping of the steering wheel. Being in the flow is kind of like working with things as it shows up.
Yes.
Navigating, with you know, both feet firmly planted on Mother Earth, but also connected to the cosmos, and it'll all align. You don't have to do anything. You just, okay, I showed up, and the universe brings it. It brings whatever you need.
Yeah, exactly. And I've said many times before that it's amazing to me that when something negative happens, or a challenge comes up in life, and we tend to give it a great deal of importance about this negativity and so on. When something positive happens, we dismiss it.
Yeah, and it could be all the opposite.
Yeah.
We
it
tend
was
to contract.
A coincidence.
Yeah, we tend to contract with something just dropped, and we're like, oh. And then when something good happens, we go, oh.
Yeah.
But we should be celebrating.
Yeah,
exactly. When we should be celebrating.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When those are the times that we need to be in communion with Spirit, to say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate what you are sending to me, and I would value a little more of it.
So, and also, Marina, it's true that every creation is your creation that you brought forward. So everything is a spiritual creation. So even if something looks a certain way, don't judge it. Even if you feel a little, just be thankful, because what happens is the universe will kind of readjust to how you're reacting. And if your energy is flowing and accepting, it's just going to give you, that kind of light-filled, flowing and accepting energy back to you. And so you're going to stop having a lot of restrictive kind of things flowing to you. It's kind of you giving yourself little windows of opportunity to see if you can flow with everything. But it always has a gift and something that you're learning how to allow and open up to perceive in a different way. And it's not from something outside of you. It is you orchestrating it. So realize you brought it all in. You created it. Breathe through it and thank the universe for giving you that. And you are the universe. So.
Yes. And there is a lesson in everything. There is when you change your perspective changes, right? Exactly. When you look at things from a different point of view, it's amazing how much clarity there can be. Exactly. Now, that does not mean that, things that happen in life that challenge us, that bring us grief, that that make getting up in the morning a little more difficult. Those things come up, and it's how we deal with them that determines kind of how we move forward. And that is something that everyone has to decide for themselves. There is no right or wrong way to handle something, right?
Exactly.
Grief. How long do you grieve? Until you no longer feel like you have to.
Yes,
exactly. That's how long it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't judge your life path by someone else's measurement and how it is that they do things. Well, okay, so you've, your husband passed away. Well, it's been 5 years. It doesn't matter. 5 years, 5 minutes, 5 centuries.
Yeah.
You will decide how you're going to move forward from that.
Exactly.
And to be an allowance to say, you know what? Yeah, this is an unpleasant thing that has happened. This is something that I didn't count on, but here it is in front of me. What's the lesson?
Yeah.
What's the lesson? And sometimes the lesson is just to acknowledge that, oh, okay, that I'm not in control.
Yeah, that you're not in control, and to realize change is inevitable.
Yes.
Change is the constant. Change is the normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything doesn't stay the same. It never will. It
Yep.
can't. We're evolving. That is change.
Yes, absolutely. And shadow work, a lot of people are um, very put off, I guess, or afraid of doing shadow work. Spending time with yourself, looking at yourself, looking at, okay, how did I get to where I am? What were the things that the circumstances in my life, and what kind of a role did I play in
Yes.
getting myself here?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To look at that situation, to look at yourself, to look at your past, to see your shadow work as something that can guide you forward and be something positive. If you can come to terms with, yeah, you know what, I was not very nice to my first husband's family. I was kind of a bitch. You know, I pushed all their buttons, and yeah, didn't like it when all of a sudden they didn't like me anymore. That doesn't mean you know, get down on yourself.
Yeah.
You recognize that as part of yourself, and then you go deeper. What was going on in my life that made me?
Yeah. What was it in childhood that may
Yes.
have occurred that made you feel like you had um, to lash out first or be on the offensive to put yourself in position above someone? Things like that. And it can be a painful journey, or it can be just a journey where you are, like Marina said, an observation of it and looking at the story that you
Yes.
created growing up with the persona, the false persona that allowed you to experience life. And suddenly, as you delve into these situations, the golden nuggets come to the surface and you realize, oh, that is a wounded, painful part of me where I thought I had to shield
Yes.
and lash out to protect and to elevate myself. It was a way during childhood that I had to
Yes.
create a barrier between myself and others. You're going to get these insights, but you don't have to be in the depth of it. You can do it from an observation point. And then once you realize that and love yourself for that journey that you took, that you chose to experience,
Yes.
it is for that catalyst of that shadow part of you that awakens you and triggers you to remember. So thank it for its work, appreciate it, and say, I no longer need you. Thank you so much for showing me. Thank you. And just pull it in and turn it into light inside your body. That is the transformation of the shadow within you. You can do it any way you want. That just came to me now. However it shows up for you. Shadow work sounds, ooh, shadow work. That sounds like dark stuff. No, it's really just those parts of you that you are unloved or cared for within you. So you're really doing inner child work. That's what you're doing.
Yes.
And so when you give yourself that love and hug yourself and whatever those things are that you go in and detail in your mind and figure out when was the first time these things happened and how far back did it go, you're going to give yourself that beautiful comfort and appreciation for even having yourself go through that. But it's really a catalyst to your greater awakening and awareness. That's why you brought it in. That's why you decided to go through it. So thank the experience. You are not the story. You are this beautiful light. It's just to remember.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm this beautiful light. But it was an interesting story. So you let go of that.
Yes. And you can then change. You can change the perspective when you no longer see yourself as that wounded child. it's amazing how many other parts of your life it will have.
It aligns it. It
Yeah.
realigns it. And then you might have some more things come up.
Yes.
Oh, and does she really get it? Does she really get it? And then these little triggers might come up. And if you just go, oh, yeah, oh, I get that. And you don't react and you observe and you understand.
Yes.
That's when you know you've crossed that barrier of you've loved yourself enough to appreciate the experience without taking it on.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I am much more aware now than I was when I was younger about how important it is to pay attention to what we say to others, how we speak to others, and how we speak to ourselves. What we tell ourselves as being truths when they're really not. They're someone else's perceptions. We've simply accepted them as being our truth.
Yes.
And it isn't until you do some of that that shadow work that you realize that, oh, that does not apply to me at all.
And isn't changing your tape great for that?
Yes.
Marina has a class called Changing Your Tape. Yes. You can sign up for that at marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. And that is really a magnificent way to realize those things that you have just let go on autopilot and you aren't even aware of it. And so if you become more conscious by letting go of those sub-programs running in the background, it's like a computer. Oh, we've got to defrag the hard drive, right?
Yes.
Defrag it. Yes. Clean up all the odds and ends and bits.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, so, totally. And none of us use the same tools that we used 30, 40, 50 years ago. Yeah. The iron that I use isn't the iron that I started off using when I first started ironing clothes. The vacuum isn't the same. Those are all things that as our needs change, we change those things. So why wouldn't we do that for ourselves? To say that, the things that I have thought about myself, that I have accepted as, God's honest truth, and nothing can ever change that, no longer apply.
It no longer applies.
No longer.
Hello. Think about that. You are a new person every day when you wake up. Yes. It is a new moment every eternal now that you are creating. So when you are going in and looking at this inner child work, you're really saying, oh, yeah, that was interesting. That's not me, and I understand the lesson. This is me. And so you're really rewriting the script by doing that. You're rewriting who you are in your eternal now on your hard drive. You're saying, oh, well, that was an interesting story, but this is the real me.
Yeah.
So this is why you do that. And it doesn't have to be you getting into the weeds of it. But
no, it's actually a lot easier than most people realize it is. It's you can make it into something difficult if that's what you want. You certainly can, but it really isn't. It's refreshing. It's life altering. Yeah. It helps you to recognize where else you can look in your life to change the perspective.
It's all about the perspective, Marina. You nailed it. It really is. It's the way you look at yourself, the way you look at the life you've created. Yes. And everyone is a player on your stage. So somebody mentioned about forgiving yourself. Oh, Garnet, forgive yourself and others. It's a 3D concept to have to forgive yourself or others, but I still take 3 people through that because it's a process that your body recognizes to let go of things inside your cellular structure and acknowledge people for being the actor on your stage, even if it gave you lessons that felt painful at the time. That was just an experience. The pain isn't actually real. It doesn't damage your soul. You're still this brilliant light. And so really getting into the understanding that it's forgiving yourself for even creating the lesson that you decided to come down and have. You are taking your power back by accepting that you are standing in the power of, wow, man, I must have been crazy when I signed up for that one.
Yes.
But, you know, at the same time, you have to acknowledge you got strength out of it. You got to stand in your power out of it. You got to create boundaries. You learned how to have compassion for others and empathy from what you went through. All these beautiful golden gifts are there for your soul to shine even brighter. And that's what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes we forget that as we go through some of these rememberings and some of the experiences and so on, that when we make it to the other side, we are much more not only in touch with ourselves, but we are much more able to help someone else who is going through something similar, and we can walk them through the process. We can talk them through the process. We can be there and kind of act as a beacon of light for someone who is starting out doing their shadow work and they're terrified.
Exactly.
You know, what do you mean I signed up for this?
I mean, when you're starting at the beginning, I love what you just said, Marina, because when you start out at the beginning, at the very beginning of your journey, and you delve into this kind of stuff, and it's painful in the very beginning because you're still associating your experiences with the eternal you, and it's not. So you haven't gotten into the observation mode of it. So it's very painful to look at that time that person said that thing to you, and then you took it in and you decided to become small from it and all these things. That can be painful in the beginning till you learn to take an observational role and you give yourself the compassion. Open your heart up to yourself. Give yourself the love you deserve, that inner child love, that love that you felt like you didn't get from everyone else. Well, guess what? It's about you giving it to yourself. You don't need somebody else to give it to you. You need to give it to you. You need to experience yourself as this divine being who is intrinsically valuable. And so that's really what it's about.
That's your communion with your soul.
That's
and the soul, the body goes away. The soul carries on.
How does it? You just gave me the chills.
Yeah.
And that wrapped up our show. And that was the whole point of everything.
Yes. I mean, absolutely. So don't ever be afraid to look at things and to take lessons away from it, because see it. Yes, Garnet, see it for what it is. There is no judgment.
No, there is no judgment. It's an experience. Yeah.
So there you go. But
there you go.
I think, you know what? I think that is probably a very good spot to end the show.
It is, because you took the whole thing, wrapped it up with a big ribbon.
There you go. There you go. Thank you. Oh, your heart's desire. That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. And yes, sending strength, love, and light to you as well.
That's
so that next week, we're going to be on Val's channel for episode 157. 157. Just want to remind you guys that we're not going to be doing any shows on the 24th or 25th, right?
Messages for sisters and messages for light workers, because it's, we're all doing holiday stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. So gives you a little bit of a heads up.
Yeah.
And looking forward to on Saturday having the members get together at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you have not already sent me your email address and you are a member on the channel, make sure that you do that, because I want you to get the invite, because you don't want to miss this one.
Oh,
you don't want to miss.
Oh man, you guys.
Yeah, I
want to sign up for a membership so you can get to that one.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
good.
so want to tell you beforehand what it is. And it's taken every ounce of strength to zip it. Wait until the day. So there you go.
I think that's great.
That does it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. I will see you later on at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on my channel again, when Cleo's going to join me for Kitchen Table Issues. Yeah. And Val, thank you as
always. Thank you.
Always. All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye for now.
Hi.